Good morning, sunshine. Welcome back to Tiger's Occult Books and Research. I'm your friendly internet paranormal researcher and investigator, Dr. Morris, and today's entity is a pre-Islamic West African entity called the Aljan. Again, referring to our three main reference texts, Illy's Encyclopedia of Spirits, Bain's Encyclopedia of Spirits and Ghosts in World Mythology, and Guiley's Encyclopedia of Ghosts and Spirits, and a smattering of further research. I'm going to tell you where it comes from, how to identify it, what it does, we'll address any ethical concerns, and then we'll make sure we go over safe interaction protocols with the entity if you should ever come across the Aljan during your travels. Let's get started with the origins. I'm going to be honest with you. This one's tough. There's not much information available. To the best of my understanding, this is a Bori pronunciation of jinn. And Bori is a pre-Islamic religion from West Africa. So the Bori is an interesting traditional religion. It predates Islam. And to a certain extent, Islam kind of Catholicked the Bori religion out of existence. In 2026, there are virtually no Bori adherents. Islam took care of that. As a result, most of the information relating to Aljans has been destroyed. Moving into the physical identification methods, the data that we do have indicates that Aljan is more or less a local term for jinn, but it's also a term for Bori spirits in general. As a result, we can classify, but we cannot accurately describe or identify this entity. So we're just going to go with Aljan's a class 5. It was never human. It's not an animal. Class 5. Scooting into the folklore tales and legends, I actually haven't been able to come up with any meaningful legends because Islam destroyed the Bori religion and eliminated just about everything. I simply don't have any data to share. We know that the Aljan existed, and we're pretty sure it's similar to the Islamic jinn, but it seems to be a term used generally for spirits or apparitions, so it's hard to nail down anything definitive. Bain's Encyclopedia doesn't mention it at all. Guiley's is... well, I can do a whole video on why I don't often reference Guiley's Encyclopedia, but I don't want to sit here and talk smack about an encyclopedia that I didn't put in the effort to publish. And Guiley's Encyclopedia does have specific uses, just not much in this particular research project. As far as Illy's Encyclopedia is concerned, well, I'm just going to read the whole entry for you. Aljan, also known as Aljani, plural, Aljanu, feminine, Aljana, origin, Hausa. Aljan technically is a local pronunciation of jinn, but is usually intended as a synonym for Bori spirits. Urban Hausa people often prefer to identify Bori spirits as Aljanu, implying that Bori spirits are jinn, giving them a Muslim context as opposed to names that hark back to traditional Hausa religions. See also Bori, Jinn, Sarkin, Aljan. So there's not a lot of data available to influence my ethical considerations. My inner NCO is just screaming to tell you, don't mess with the wildlife, I guess. But I cannot make an educated guess on whether the entity is morally good or evil or anything, so don't poke it with a stick. As far as the safe interaction methods are concerned, I don't know how to deal with this entity. If you have to fight it, I can't tell if it's vulnerable to silver, copper, iron, salt, anything I have loaded in my shotgun cartridges, hell, even a charged particle stream. I honestly don't know, but I think there's only one civilian company even capable of applying the charged particle stream solution, and frankly, they don't pay me enough to stump for them, so no, I'm not going to tell you who to call. Besides, this entity is so rare and so undocumented, I seriously doubt you'll ever run into it during your travels. Anyway, that's about all the information I was able to dig up about the Aljan. I hope you found it informative. As always, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. You can find me on all the regular alt-tech sites as well, depending on how tight you've got your tinfoil hat. If you have an entity you need me to cover, go ahead and let me know in the comments section down below. Till next time, fellas, I'll see you down here at the lab.